application. Thanks to the community for supporting our application and the hashtag Blockfolio team for updating so quick. https://t.co/jackhermkzin.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Haste Tactic has just tweeted.
It's another Friday night, another episode of hashtag How Far with Shilao. We've got another interesting person for you, so you can't afford to miss tonight's show? Tune in to channel 324 on DSTV by 10:30 p.m. to join in hashtag How Far with Shilao. https://t.co/upeg7pg8mc.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer B1 Wallet has just tweeted.
We have a brand new website? https://t.co/x9bwz hpw70. And you can earn our new token BXD. Join these pools. Hashtag B1P, hashtag V, hashtag link, hashtag die, hashtag VITH, hashtag WBTC, hashtag UST, hashtag UST, hashtag UNI, hashtag KPER. https://t.co/iroesw1vj. Hashtag crypto, hashtag BTC, hashtag DeFi, hashtag ETH. @tip_io draw 10,000 B1P1 hashtag airdrop https://t.co/omlackwfn.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Brad_Lori has just tweeted. Off to this little Aussie beach. See you on the other side, guys, and I promise I will be back to be more positive, research focused and return to an interviewing BCB style when I get back. Note, we'll still be hard hitting, but can't wait to get back into hashtag crypto interviews. https://t.co/vojtubesvoav. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Bitcoin Agile has just tweeted. Here are key reasons hashtag Bitcoin prices are tumbling, and the bullish factors that may buoy them at MarketWatch. https://t.co/pnolmer4u3 https://t.co/l0k9fe9f. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader 85 has just tweeted.
I'm happy to see a dip in $Jules price, as now it gives me a chance to pick up some more for my long-term bags. Equals and GT, https://t.co/s1l xxj4s me. Hashtag Joule, hashtag Julb, hashtag Bayest, hashtag ETH, hashtag DeFi, hashtag yield, farming. Adjust, liquidity.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Maunia_NL has just tweeted.
Not joining this as I am already part of Trader 1SZ trading group, but I do like to retweet this as I fully agree with Nekos. SZ is a great teacher and his online courses are highly recommended. Check out the below post and RTet to make a chance to win a 1-month membership.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
Ethused 4H chart, idea and update. Still on the road to $650. https://t.co/ipfel96g8i? Safest https://t.co/p1fgblj-inp https://t.co/2crazy2b7nw https://t.co/kev66kxr.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Invest Voyager has just tweeted.
Have you taken our customer demographic survey yet? We are looking for your feedback on how to make the Voyager app work best for you. Please take a few minutes to take our survey and enter to win $300 in free hashtag Bitcoin. Take the survey, https://t.co/monthly.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
Updated Bitcoin pitchfork/hyperbola, full credit trading shot, https://t.co/roa1rxic4? Safest https://t.co/p1fgvlj inp https://t.co/2crazy2b7 and https://t.co/osgm8kxwa.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer iconic_holding has just tweeted.
For more episodes of Block Chat with Pat podcast, subscribe on at iTunes, at Spotify podcasts and other major podcasting apps. #podcast, #crypto, #blockchain, #Binance, #crypto podcast, #Bitcoin, #finance, #fintech. https://t.co/kch96cg.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer iconic_holding has just tweeted.
3. We also talk about the ecosystem around #Binance, #SmartChain as well as #DeFi. #podcast, #crypto, #blockchain, #Binance, #cryptopodcast, #Bitcoin, #finance, #fintech. Listen to the episode, right arrow, https://t.co/kj96cg https://t.co/9off1qbsl.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer iconic_holding has just tweeted.
New #BlockChat episode out now. In this episode at Patrick_Lowry_ sat down with Wei Zhou, #CFO of at Binance, to dive into the best practices of capital budgeting and allocation in #crypto and its differences relative to traditional models. Listen, right arrow, https://t.co/kj96cg https://t.co/vg9y-8.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Finexbox has just tweeted.
#WishCoin, #Wish, is listed on Finexbox now. At Wish Baijian. https://t.co/ulrex6chi https://t.co/gkzvfcbzpt. Get airdrop, join in https://t.co/7kc1dtv. #BTC, #800cc, #Finexbox, #eFund, #Drive, #Dogecoin, #follow2gain, #OneFirstUp Dogecoin https://t.co/guyslusify.
Influencer Antonio Velardo_ has just tweeted.
Do you ever the impression that some of the Fitwit community have the objective to pump some stocks up, and when you ask questions they dodge them, trying to keep good vibe about the stock?
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
Polkadot long-term price analysis, 26 November, Crypto English https://t.co/j4cjlndrxd? Bet with $BTC via https://t.co/asxufif https://t.co/9okiasfn.
Find a link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
Institutional participation pushed BTC price close to $20,000. Altcoin season expected. CoinSpeaker https://t.co/hivq0dsk? Bet with $BTC via https://t.co/asxufif.
Find a link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
New Chinese police have seized $4.2 billion cryptos from Plus Token Ponzi crackdown, according to a new court ruling, includes over 1% of supply of Bitcoin, https://t.co/u4hf0ug1j? Bet with $BTC via https://t.co/ezxufif https://t.co/g57 updaterj.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Masari Crypto has just tweeted.
Here's straight from the developers and teams launching Ethereum 2.0, moderated by @WilsonWithiam featuring @Danny Ryan @Preston_Van Loon @Icebeer @Drake Justin @Victor Boonian. One of three great discussions starting 12 halves at 9:30 am EST. Register, https://t.co/snrkx to https://t.co/aoifgnby.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Masari Crypto has just tweeted. Also, don't miss our report covering everything you need to know about Ethereum's most critical upgrade to date. Register now and receive it as soon as it's live. https://t.co/bzbu9ejev. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
China's Xi asks ASEAN nations to join in building of Digital Silk Road https://t.co/e2vmc2e3ta. Bet with $BTC via https://t.co/ezxufif https://t.co/kmnj6bta.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Dealbase has just tweeted.
I'll send $300 in #ETH to one random person who retweets this and follows @dipfinance and myself. Must complete these tasks: 1. RT and like their pin tweet. 2. Reply #DeFi yield protocol $dip #Ethereum and tag 5 friends under their pin tweet. Ends in 7 days. https://d.co/hubxbxvoy.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Lil Moon Lambo has just tweeted.
Chocolate Finance Choke is launching their sale with lit protocol $lid. NFTs, staking protocol and lending protocol with a low supply and audits and sex listings planned. Right arrow, https://t.co/rxbzkcbg https://t.co/gdodzebug.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto White Walk has just tweeted.
$BTC #Bitcoin 13,800 is what I want to see in coming weeks. Also, if you are interested, you can automate your $BTC $E.T.H trades using White Walker algos for 0.02 BTC for 3 months. https://t.co/6gwxvovd https://t.co/gzv60xsui.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Scott Zillwarrior has just tweeted. Just sent one of my followers some #vet and told them to keep it for a few years. $70 now. I told them to take a screenshot and see what it's worth in 2 years' time. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Whale Panda has just tweeted.
So TLDR, on the China seized $4.2 billion in cryptos news. These were most likely already processed, red dumped, and this now was just a summary of that.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Flameson_ has just tweeted.
We will invite one person and invite to @WashWealth_Discord, $80 worth, when I wake up. Just retweet and follow @CryptoGodJohn and myself. Tag a friend.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Rect Capital has just tweeted.
Any Bitcoin retrace going forward is going to be much different compared to the 2018 retraces. In the bear market, #BTC was in a macro downtrend with relief rallies before new lows. In this bull market, #Bitcoin is in a macro uptrend with pullbacks on the way to new highs.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Today Crypto has just tweeted.
Indian investors say that #crypto is still difficult to access, https://t.co/fortabn30. Hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag blockchain news, hashtag CoinEx exchange, hashtag crypto investors, hashtag crypto news, hashtag crypto assets, hashtag crypto coin news, hashtag Ethereum, hashtag exchange news, hashtag India, hashtag investing, hashtag mining, hashtag tokens, https://t.co/051fga3xr.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Lil Moon Lambo has just tweeted.
Throwing some $E.T.H. at the dollar per at Piranha's finance sale. The team is public and hosting live streams regularly, deflationary model with pretty cool gameplay and a strong roadmap.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Differ has just tweeted.
Black exclamation mark. At Kylan_network $Kyle has successfully closed seed round fundraising. The seed round fundraising was led by Digital Strategies, Signum Capital, Nix Ventures, AU21 Capital, Moonrock Capital, CMS, ZMT Capital, Rarestone Capital, and Tensor Capital. https://t.co/d5cdzdnrpz https://t.co/dzbs555y.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Rule XRP has just tweeted.
Hashtag XRP community come and take it. I dare you. Hashtag self-custody, hashtag crypto industry pros weigh in on rumors of new crypto wallet regulations, https://t.co/wftaxagod via at Coindesk.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Vanessa has just tweeted. I think Hathor is a great project, especially with possible listings within few weeks. You have a chance to join Hathor private sale via DHC while their server access is on sale via their NFTs, hashtag DHC$DHC. Uniswap, https://t.co/pkl9c, JX, OK3. DHC Discord, https://t.co/xlo9zhtkh. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer TrustSwap has just tweeted.
NGT, at Unimex_finance, a margin trading platform entirely contained within Uniswap, is set to launch live. A portion of the on-platform fees are going to swap stakers and 2.5% of the total supply of $UMX tokens will be airdropped to swap stakers as well. https://d.co/s20bnchr12.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Andlian has just tweeted.
Hashtag Bitcoin lost almost 80% of its value in 2017 when it went near $20,000. I am sure it won't happen again looking at the current batch of hodlers plus institutions, exchanges, and yes, the faith for the coin has grown so much in the mainstream. Hashtag bullish, hashtag long term.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
Oddest have grabbed the liquidity a great chance, https://t.co/8ch98bqd8i. Safest https://t.co/p1fgvljnp https://t.co/2kz2b7nw https://t.co/gxgw4lfnhw.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Differ has just tweeted.
Black exclamation mark, at utrust$u.t.k. is the best consumer and web startup in 2020 according to @digital and at BGI Accelerator. Question mark https://t.co/f95uerkn https://t.co/cecilyeager2.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer CoinGecko has just tweeted.
The new kid on the block at 88 mfap slides in at no. 1 this week, followed by at diadata_org. Did you see this coming? Check our recently added page to find out the latest added coins on CoinGecko, https://t.co/6u364lb4z https://t.co/rcaox7tdcp.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Quentin Francois has just tweeted.
Every small break $BTC takes results in a strong push upwards from alts. If that isn't good news for the next weeks and months, I'd what is. Let's go.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Swissborg has just tweeted.
Black Friday alert, today, November 27, 2020, for one day only, from 0 o'clock to 23:59 CET, 100% of CHSB exchange fees will be donated to a charity that was picked by our team and community in a Twitter poll this week, at tunaponda.org. Hashtag Black Friday, hashtag crypto for good, hashtag tech for good, https://t.co/pmaubft90s.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Alert Trade has just tweeted.
Trading ideas, $A.M.D. Advanced micro day trade setup. https://t.co/9um/6u. Free trade of week via https://t.co/bsk7say2 and https://t.co/m5col7s9odd.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer_crypto news has just tweeted.
Tokenized, inside black workers' struggles at Coinbase. Coinbase, the most valuable U.S. cryptocurrency company, has faced many internal complaints about Hashtag Coinbase, hashtag cryptocurrency. https://t.co/79xsims2w.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer CoinGecko has just tweeted.
The new kid on the block at 88 MFAP slides in at number 1 this week, followed by at @diadata_org. Did you see this coming? Check our recently added page to find out the latest added coins on CoinGecko, https://t.co/6u364b4z https://t.co/tgap2adm.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer One Cryptic Poet has just tweeted.
Keep your eye on hashtag XLM. The 4-hour chart looks to be testing resistance for an exceeding triangle. A break to the upside could signal an upward trend continuation. Hashtag crypto, hashtag crypto trading, hashtag blockchain, https://t.co/9tdsdv.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Bratby Official has just tweeted.
Quick video tutorial. Learn how I use hashtag Fibonacci retracements and extensions on the TradingView platform to help with risk to reward, trade management and hashtag trading the trend. Watch IT here on hashtag TradingView and GT https://t.co/jasonfcsef https://t.co/hib1dip5sr.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Smart Crypto New One has just tweeted.
Margin trading and savings for @Horizon Global, ZEN, will be enabled in ETH at 7 a.m. UTC 27th of November 2020. USDT margined perpetual swap is also available, while margin trading will be activated for the ZEN/USDT pair. Right arrow, info https://t.co/19fumevns #SCN1 #SmartLiquidity.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Anyasi_Emma has just tweeted.
Giveaway of 10 ETH worth $140 to 5 persons only. Follow @Ethereum Yield retweet, tag 3 friends and comment hashtag ETH. Winners will be picked at random. Time is 24 hours of this post. Also join @Ethereum Yield Telegram group https://t.co/pbt6s1x3j. Good luck.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Bitcoin Agile has just tweeted.
BTC/used go up early Black Friday sale before it booms up for Bitstamp Btcust by Satlabal new hashtag Btcust https://t.co/l-cam5nvogn https://t.co/xdm5wagi9s.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Alert, new coin listed on CoinGecko.
We just found coin SWC newly listed on CoinGecko. Influencer I_Shaffer Rostov has just tweeted. tokenizer DEX comprises of a state-of-the-art correspondence algorithm that is capable of capturing and processing over 2,500 orders every second, making it one of the fastest exchanges in the crypto space. Hashtag asset-backed tokens, hashtag blockchain, hashtag tokenizer DEX, hashtag tokenizer chain. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Scott Mielker has just tweeted.
Oversold bullish divergence with RSI has the highest hit rate of any strategy I have ever used for predicting a bounce. Hopefully it becomes a reversal.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Andlian has just tweeted.
Thanks CoinBulletiny for taking my comments on short-term Bitcoin trends may see a decrease in price, has been published on https://t.co/do9nainziraka6 at Andlian, https://t.co/kct2gv8bvd, https://t.copy2lgziod.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Smart Crypto New One has just tweeted.
Margin trading and savings for Horizon Global, ZEN, is now enabled on at OKX on 27th of November 2020 at 7 a.m.
Influencer EOMGRVJ has just tweeted.
Bullish divergence beginning to play out now. Starting to push back up towards EMA 200. Hashtag DIFSTAR5 hashtag crypto hashtag VIP hashtag investing hashtag trading hashtag BTC dollar BTC$BTC hashtag Bitcoin hashtag make your online https://t.co/ruimq1u.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Bybit_official has just tweeted. Hashtag Bybit mobile app update. What's new? White check mark. Enhanced UI on mobile app homepage white check mark, switch between light or dark mode white check mark, widgets can be customized for market watch white check mark, Vietnamese language is now supported white check mark, bug fixes and performance optimization. Down arrow, download, https://t.co/sprm0cmlzd https://t.co/0hft4vhn. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Dualbits has just tweeted.
Good morning from Ace. Here to wish everyone a happy Friday and to drop a code along the way. Redeem at https://t.co/exzfxlgq, https://t.co/the94ivd4.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto.com has just tweeted.
Live video hashtag AMA with Adim Akalev, expert principal at Boston Consulting Group and at EricNode, COO at https://d.co/fkztabajog on our YouTube channel, 1st of December 1 p.m. hosted by @Maggie_NG. Submit a question for a chance to win $c.r.o. Writing, https://d.co/jv9p4 lowleave https://d.co/fa3jtk7d.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer LiveCoin Watch has just tweeted. Crypto highlights, this week so far. Crypto market 24 hours volume hits $60 billion, second highest volume level in crypto history? Crypto market cap hits $585 billion? Mail sign. Hashtag Bitcoin nears $ATH, $E.T.H. Hits $620, $XRP rockets to 76 cents? Black Friday crypto dip deals now online? Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Colmuck has just tweeted.
I despise DRM, but if someone made a music format for albums that could only be played in order, no skipping, no shuffle, no singles, I'd use it and I suspect I'd enjoy a lot of music more. There's probably a lot of markets for impulse control.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer_crypto news has just tweeted.
Institutional money to propel Bitcoin to over $250,000 in 1 year? Interview with Raoul Pal. Raoul Pal, CEO and founder at Real Vision and global macro investor, explains why the latest Bitcoin roll. #Bitcoin #bubble #crypto #global. https://t.co/5fgictumjas https://t.co/52cloypivs.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer MacroKirk has just tweeted.
Unimex_finance pre-sale sold out in 10 minutes. Like I said, there are some big names behind this project. Team token locks, liquidity locked. Audit in progress. Fully legit. With at BitMEX and at Coinbase margin trading gone, this project is well positioned. $UMX https://t.co/v7rhidv.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Alert Trade has just tweeted.
Trading ideas, $DKNG DraftKings bets placed on move to $60 https://t.co/hertz wedge 5kk. Free trade of week via https://t.co/bs7say2n https://t.co/oxgenZFJ.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Leos has just tweeted.
$XRP after BTC's upcoming dump in a few days, I am going to load up on the standard shitcoin pretty heavy. Target 0.80 plus with ease, victory hand, https://t.co/oslabom0.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Cryptomocho has just tweeted.
More Ponzi. There are more governmental interest intake than done to get more free corn? At some point they can and will control the market at their will, as they will hold enough BTC to do so. https://t.co/5nxbrelu1k.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted. Ethereum is falling to nearest support, 500.00, https://t.co/hugebvt of an ml? Safest https://t.co/p1fgvljinp https://t.co/2crazy2b7nw https://t.co/gvcroforpj. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Alert Trade has just tweeted.
Trading ideas, Z, continuing higher if support holds, else down to 3538 https://t.co/lrsjoki4fn. Free trade of week via https://t.co/bs7say2n https://t.co/6umxj7u.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Alert Trade has just tweeted.
Trading ideas, $WE $CGC stocks is picking up momentum again. https://t.co/jlr7skfap. Free trade of week via https://t.co/bs7say2n https://t.co/gzkkswfck9.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
In-depth review of what caused the dump, what will happen next. https://t.co/y6l8kiskto? Safest https://t.co/p1fgvljinp https://t.co/2crazy2b7nw https://t.co/sil3tix5f.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader 85 has just tweeted.
#WakeChain has had another big week the past week, with a lot more developments being done on their project. Read more here. NGT, https://t.co/0bupl. #Wik, #WJRT, #West, #Defy, #Blockchain. At Wakey_chain.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer The Crypto Yacht has just tweeted.
Black Friday bonus $500 Australian dollars. We've received awesome engagement from our #Black Friday competition and have decided to add a runner-up prize. Win $250 of hashtag BTC and $250 of hashtag ETH. Question mark already entered? You're in the running. If not, enter here, https://t.co/0bvov7hma8.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer SmackDownus has just tweeted.
$10 flash free battle giveaway. RD follow at SmackDownus. Use code /showproof, https://t.co/ne0xxg. Rolling when I get back from Jum https://t.co/gggsjl2z6bp.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer IamX24 has just tweeted.
Moments ago, President Donald J. Trump threw down a gauntlet for all the world to see, saying Joe Biden can only enter the White House if a criminal conspiracy is overtly efforting the actual theft of our presidency. https://t.co/huyugvn.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer CoinMarketCap has just tweeted.
Also, take part in our hashtag Bitcoin price prediction competition. If you guess when $BTC will be 20k, you win. The first prize is $2,000 in Bitcoin. It's free to enter, so click below to get started. What are you waiting for? https://t.co/xrvhrf0k/lm.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Bitcoin Agile has just tweeted.
In-depth review of what caused the dump, what will happen next. For Bitstamp Btcust by Trading Guru hashtag Btcust https://t.co/cpvqcubexpr https://t.co/uzjul1pseo.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Crypto_Potato has just tweeted.
November 2020 is coming to an end, which means massive Black Friday deals, including substantial discounts within the cryptocurrency field. https://t.co/qdw98uca
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
Onstead support line, goose position to entry long. https://t.co/82poya? Safest https://t.co/p1fgvljnp https://t.co/2crazy2b7nw https://t.co/pfrv2z6guaz.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Diditehatu has just tweeted.
Yes, we as a family truly believe that education should not be restricted to the four walls of a classroom, and we also agree with Nelson Mandela that it is the most powerful weapon to change the world. Hashtag homeschooling, hashtag school of life, hashtag nomad, hashtag Bitcoin, https://t.co/sa1fiac6dx.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer_Crypto News has just tweeted. Blockchain startup tokenizes the real world for augmented reality real estate. OVR divided the entire surface of the earth into hashtag Ethereum, hashtag NFT, hashtag Square, hashtag token. https://t.co/divseekterp. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Trust Swap has just tweeted.
Imagine if the fees from a margin DEX were distributed to dollar swap stakers. In December, that's exactly what's about to happen. https://t.co/s20bnchr12.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Tipster1 has just tweeted.
Combo pick on 22bet. 3 odds and 10 odds? 22bet code and GT semicolon and GT semicolon and GT, FMZX7 and 28ZX7. Don't have 22bet account? Register and bet here and GT semicolon and GT semicolon and GT, https://t.co/ugd9tvgj4 to claim a 100% welcome bonus. https://t.co/uu1lock.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Bryce Muscle has just tweeted. The winner is, at Tracy's Eyes. $5 ETH. Please DM us, claim your prize. Want to sponsor a giveaway to grow your followers? Send me a DM https://t.co/linksHQIB. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Knight 60 has just tweeted.
$BTC no hopium, and not sure how others are counting it, but this is how I see it. I bought it in yesterday between $16.40 to 16.7. Keeping SLs below 16k and more buys in 15ks. We'll buy more on confirmation. Let's see. Hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag cryptocurrency, https://t.co/psych45 and dk3.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
Using Fibonacci retracement and extension tools to help trading, https://t.co/mgms70bfa. Safest, https://t.co/p1fgvlj https://t.co/2crazy2b7nw https://t.co/y5lxthcc6.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted. This one will drop like a rock. Sell now 50 lots https://t.co/5shuclreha. Safest https://t.co/p1fgvlj https://t.co/2crazy2b7nw https://t.co/uku3b0u. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Robert Beadles has just tweeted. Was an eye-opening paper that deserves daylight, not deletion. Imagine a world where we can no longer debate whose idea is better or whose facts are accurate or not. Oh wait, we're in the tell now. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer_crypto news has just tweeted.
1 week reminder to complete user verification before 4th of December deadline. There's just one more week to go until the December 4th 2020 0 o'clock UTC deadline for #BitMEX #trading. https://t.co/j5acnd8k https://t.co/vdrds.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Alex Saundersaw has just tweeted.
In case you haven't realized, China deliberately dropped major news announcements while USA sleeps. Then use local exchanges and leverage to profit and accumulate #Bitcoin. Crypto and hash rate will only become more political. An ETF would help the US? https://t.co/oiflbuy.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Aya_Shafarostov has just tweeted.
Don't feel worry about UCAP price. Every UCAP token is collateralized with crypto assets, and guarantee UCAP buyback into stable coins. More info, https://t.co/cus/js9erbj. #ETF #Ethereum #Bitcoin #Uniswap #Defi #altcoins #exchange #money #cryptocurrency #trading #decentralized.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer The Crypto Yacht has just tweeted.
Correctly guess the closest value for #BTC or #ETH and will deposit $50 of that asset into your Swift account? When $50 of BTC, $50 of ETH. Entries close today at 11:59 p.m. Winner announced free 2711 winner must have a verified Swift account https://t.co/z7edge102vq.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Airdrop 6_com has just tweeted.
New airdrop, Moon Defi, Moon, reward, 5 Moon, $5, rate, market, listed on Uniswap exchange, https://t.co/igbw8gref, focus, Distribution in March 2021. Airdrop link, https://t.co/jujum66vk9.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box. Influencer Serble BTC has just tweeted.
Lots of hype on dollar up buy at Panda Uptown https://d.co/xcgreen $400 #e.t.h. Pre-sale ended, no team allocation. Listing soon. Staking supply, dollar up pool, $27,500 up $e.t.h, $55,000 up $with pool, $7,500 up $WBTC pool, $7,500 up. #DeFi #yield farming #Uniswap #gem https://d.co/jlootbizgs.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer LS Dine My Coffee has just tweeted. Your brain is a bitch and is very easily tricked. Also, that's why you're panic selling red candles and FOMO buying green ones. Take a deep breath and have a plan. https://t.co/omj9uxc. Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
Crowns Crypto Cave, Bitcoin critical CME price action and what it means. November 2020 price prediction and news analysis https://t.co/kqq7ul2v6 via at alert trade.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Bitcoin Agile has just tweeted.
#Bitcoin pulled back as expected. Here's what I'm watching. For Coinbase Tcust by Magic Poop Cannon #Tcust https://t.co/slc9 as no LJ https://t.co/5 out 9 ni.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Scott Zillwarrior has just tweeted.
I will give someone $100 in 24 hours. All you have to do is RT and be following myself and at bitfury_io and like/RT the quoted tweet. Good luck, beautiful people.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Zeusai2 has just tweeted.
$50 to someone in 24 hours that retweets and follows steps below. 1. Go to https://d.co/ribtwaitqn2, Sirocta 3, press like/star button 4, tag one person 5, post proof https://d.co/bq9bdcr6qt.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Anfdyke has just tweeted.
Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. Tiptoe if you must, but take that step. https://t.co/znvprqxwcn.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer CoinTrends has just tweeted.
Pump alert, ADA/USDT on Bittrex. Price increase, 20.88%, volume, plus 26.21%. $ADA$U.S.D.T. #Bittrex #crypto #Bitcoin #crypto alerts #CoinTrends. Get all alerts on https://t.co/s2cfa1ftd, https://t.co/27kkuja.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer CryptoDiffer has just tweeted.
Daily Gainers list November 27, 2020. 24 hours price change, $A.R.C.H. Plus 102.3% $Strax plus 39.1% $CVP plus 36.6% Audio plus 27.0% EV plus 23.8% Insure plus 20.6% Rave plus 19.9%. At Archer_DAO at Stratus Platform at Powerpool Cape at Audius Project at Earn Finance at Insure_Network at Aave https://t.co/offlufxng.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Influencer Crypto Trader Pro has just tweeted.
Anyone else's Poloni X stake/USDT chart look like this? https://t.co/9imam6vyf. Safest https://t.co/p1fgvlj https://t.co/2crazy2b7 and https://t.co/0vcrkzdtl3.
Find the link to the tweet in the chat box.
Alert, new coin listed on CoinGecko. We just found Coinbether newly listed on CoinGecko.